Hi everybody, it's Jenny from the Missouri Star Quilt Company, and thank you for joining me this morning in this lovely weather on my back porch. This is my backyard, and I love it, and it's so beautiful out today. The weather is perfect, and it's just lovely to be able to sit outside with Annie and talk to you guys. So let's get started, shall we? All right, so we've got some things coming up. Garden of Quilts starts tomorrow. We're teaching 3 classes there, and we're doing a Q&A on Saturday. The Q&A is open to everyone, and so I think most of the classes have sold out of our classes. But Misty's, I think there's still a few spaces in Misty's, and so you can get in. Her quilt is adorable. It is a pumpkin and star, I think, but it's so cute, and the fabric is so cute as well. So hers would be a great kit to get. Also, right after that, we get home on Sunday, and then we start right into Tuesday is Birthday Bash. So, lots of big activities happening. There's a lot of fun. I was looking through my calendar this morning about the things that are happening at Birthday Bash, and we're gonna learn how to do the hula hoop, and some twist. I can kind of do the twist already. I cannot hula hoop. Nope, that is out of my abilities. And I have a proof in my DNA. It says you are not generally athletic. True that. Anyway, we're super excited for Garden of Quilts and Birthday Bash coming up. We'll be gone the whole week for Garden of Quilts, and then Birthday Bash, of course, is a whole week event. There are a few things that still have some room in them. We have Rise and Shine with the Dome Girls. That's a morning event that is going to be really fun. And then we also have Time with Jenny, which is where you can ask me anything that you want to know, and all the questions will be answered. I can't tell a lie because I can't remember what I said. I don't have a good memory anymore, so I have to always tell the truth, which I've always told the truth anyway. Also, we have a few spots left in the Quilting Through Life trunk show, and it's all based on my new book. And the new book is so fun because it tells stories about the events in my life that caused me to want to make quilts. And so all the quilts that are in this book, let me just show you this front page right here. So all the quilts that are in this book will be shown. So here, let me show you this. So we're going to start here at the beginning. So we start here, and then we go to here, and we go to here, and we go to here. And of course, we'll be talking about these different events as they come. But the show is called Quilting Through Life, as is the book. And if you have this book, then I'll have time to sign them for you. So that will be lovely. Also, this Friday of this week, I filmed earlier this month, I filmed the Pinwheel Path. And this is a pattern that Missy Luukkonen from the Little Green Bean made for us. And it is all half square triangles. And I just have to tell a little story about her. She was on our Doan Girls sewing team for the last Birthday Bash, and we were making half square triangles. Here, I want to show you this page that has the blocks kind of separated, and so you can see how fun that looks. And then this is how the quilt looks when you put them all together. Very cool and easy. It's called Pinwheel Path, and Missy made that pattern for us. Anyway, she was with us at the sew-off for the Doan Girls. And the sew-off was, it's really fun, but we have a team of sewers, and I'm racing Misty and Natalie, and we're trying to get blocks done, and we're trying to see who can get the fastest. So I'm sewing and throwing things back to her and hoping that she's making half square triangles. Well, she had never, ever made a half square triangle. She is a quilter now, but she wasn't a quilter then. And so she was just doing what she thought she should do, and so I ended up with a bunch of blocks that they weren't the same size and everything, and it was so funny, and she was just like aghast because she just didn't even realize what it was she was supposed to do. So I showed her how to make half square triangles, and she just fell in love, and she's literally a quilter now, like crazy quilter, loves it, like all the rest of us. And this is the block right here. And the fabric is so cute on this one because it's Christmas. And she chose this light pink as the background. And I just think it's just so cute. It's so pretty, so fun. And it's just a whole different take on things. Anyway, it's fun to film with her. She is a tiny little thing compared to how tall I am. A lot of you don't know that I'm like almost 6 feet tall. And she is maybe 5 foot something. She's little. Anyway, we have so much fun together. Her husband they live up in Minnesota, and so her husband lives where my dad's people were in Minnesota, so we're sure we're related. He calls me cousin. Very nice family, fun family. So this last week, we had a bus come from Ohio here to Hamilton, and look at the hat they brought me. Look how cute this is.
Oh my
gosh. Right, with the duck. I mean,
so cute.
I'm like, this hat though.
That is so fun.
It's so fun. Yeah, no, I love it. I think it's really, really fun. And so, so things to forget. Let's do that little rundown again. We got Garden of Quilts in Lehi, Utah at Thanksgiving Point starting Wednesday. The following Wednesday, we start with Birthday Bash. And that will go through the end of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then the next week is my last week before Africa, which I'm getting super excited about and realizing that I probably don't need all the things that I've now spent a lot of time gathering, that I probably can just figure it out when I get there. But I'm a planner, and so I want to plan every little thing. But we're getting super excited about that. And then this Friday, coming up this Friday, is our the tutorial with Missy and I called Pinwheel Path. So don't forget that this Friday. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, could you do that, please? Because it is, we are so close to 1 million quilters. And I just want to be able to say that. We are 1 million quilters strong. I mean, how cool is that? And so I really want to say that. So anyway, I think there's some questions, Annie.
We do. We have some questions from Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, good. Lots of questions. I love that. All right.
Is Gideon's quilt a Country Roads quilt that can be duplicated by following that tutorial?
It is very close to the Country Roads. So when I made Country Roads, I didn't really realize that when Gideon brought me his pattern, it was a different pattern, and Country Roads wasn't out yet. And so Gideon's quilt is all the same size strips. Country Roads is 2.5 and 1.5. But basically, if you make 2 strip sets and they come out the same size, that's what you're looking for. So your strip sets you're going to want to make. So the Gideon's strip set is all 1.5 inch strips. Then the other side of it is 2.5s and 1.5 mixed, because we wanted big chunks of black with the little gray piece in the middle. So as long as your strip sets end up the same size, that's what you're looking for. And so it's made exactly the same way. Gosh, I didn't even think about that until this moment, but thanks for pointing that out. That's awesome. Yeah.
Can you possibly make a cancer ribbon template? I think it would be great for donation quilts.
That's actually a good idea. I do have 2 tutorials on how to make a cancer ribbon with half square triangles. And so it's pretty easy to piece one, but it's not a bad idea. I'll forward that information and see what they think about that.
Are you going to do another quilt shop drop-in before you leave?
So we did 3 of them, and I don't know if all 3 are out or not, but if all 3 are out, that's all we've got for now. And I may do some drop-ins if I can find one in Africa. So we'll do some over there. And that'll be fun. But it's it for local right now. I mean, there's so many cute quilt shops around here and so many all over the place that I want to go to. And everybody sent me, I want to be on the list. I want to be on the list. So we have a big list. So when I get home, maybe I should just do that full time for a while.
That would be really fun.
Do the drop-in, It'd be fun.
Will you have a sewing machine and quilt on your adventure?
So I hope to. Everybody tells me that because West Africa doesn't have stable electricity, and it's a more voltage electricity than we have here, anything that has computer stuff in it doesn't work. So I'm going to take a featherweight. Mr. Ron already bought me a 220 engine that he's going to try and put on that featherweight to see if he can make it work. They do have a lot of hand crank machines, and I told Ron he'd just have to work out a lot because I sew really fast, so he's got to turn that crank really, really fast. You know, when sewing is your thing, you figure out a way to do it. I'm trying to mull over in my head what I can take that's hand sewing, but my love is really piecing and sewing fast on the computer, or I mean on the sewing machine. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to figure it out, and I'm going to tell you guys all about it when I do. Be sure to know that.
Are the Ingrid's Flowers patterns available for sale by themselves? I have everything I need to embroider them but the patterns.
Do you know, Annie?
I believe they're not yet at this time. I think they're still a part of the kit.
Okay, so if they're part of the kit, just know that we're going to be releasing like another 20, and like I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but we've already chosen them, and they're getting to work on making them, because we choose them from the flower square, so then they have to actually make them a pattern. And so those will be released, probably not in a kit, and then maybe the other ones will come out also as an additional 20. And so, yeah. I think
not yet, but stay tuned.
Yep, stay tuned. That's a great way to put that.
If you have a ticket for Birthday Bash and now cannot attend, will you still get the swag bag by mail?
I'm not sure how that works, but I think you will.
Yeah, so if you ordered a swag bag, then you should, if you are unable to attend, we will ship it to you after Birthday Bash is over.
Yeah, and you probably need to call customer service and make sure that's
just to double check.
Just to double check, yeah. And those swag bags are so amazing this year.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in there.
There's some good stuff in there.
You are going to be missed so much.
Oh, thank you.
Here's a question. Will someone be doing Tuesday Newsday after you're gone?
Not like I do it. I hope to do some Tuesday Newsdays there, but it might be, you know, I don't know. I don't know how everything's going to work. So I have to wait till I get there, get my boots on the ground, get acclimated, get through the jet lag, all the things, figure out what it is we're going to be doing, how it's going to work. So it won't come regularly on any given day. If I find something that I think is kind of video worthy, which I can't think of much that isn't, but you know, I'll send that on to Annie, and Annie will post it, but there won't be a regular posting time. So as far as Tuesday Newsday, you know, we could do Natalie Newsday. I think that sounds kind of nice, or Misty's Musings, but Misty has her show At Home with Misty. She also has
Homespun.
The Homespun show, which I'm loving, by the way. It's so fun to listen to her just chat with these designers. I just listened to the Minky Kim one, and Minky Kim is so darling anyway, and she I just listened to her talk, and then she kind of flipped the tables on Misty and interviewed her a little bit, which was really fun. And everyone I've watched I've really enjoyed. And so then the other thing, of course, is they're going to do the dynamic duo for a double play, a dynamic duo. Anyway, yeah, so I'm not sure how the Tuesday Newsday thing is going to work. It's probably going to just like kind of, you know, not go away, but be something a little different. So we'll see. We'll see.
Are you still going to be able to check in and connect with your online family and friends on your adventure?
So we asked about that. We will have a phone. We will have internet. And Sarah told me that we're just going to use FaceTime, and she's going to treat me like one of the college girls and just call us 3 times a day to make sure we're making good choices. So the kids are, you know, they're concerned about being able to get a hold of us and talk to us. And we are assured that, you know, the phones work, the internet works as long as there's electricity. And so, you know, we'll just, again, that's another one of those things that we're going to have to find out, but we're pretty sure that we can stay in touch.
Jenny, are you going to do a tutorial on your grandson's quilt?
No, I'm not going to do a tutorial on that quilt, but you know, Natalie could. It would be a really, really easy way to do that tutorial. So I actually have 5 grandchildren that are graduating, and I'm just finishing up the last quilt right now. which is Jason's, and everybody else's quilt has been done and been given, and they love them. And so once I get them all done, we'll post them. But some of them picked quilts, 2 of them picked quilts that were already made, which I think is really fun. You know, that I had something that they loved enough to choose as their graduation quilt. So that is really fun.
What crafty things do you think you'll be bringing with you on your journey? Embroidery, hand sewing projects,
I am
cross-stitch?
going to bring some embroidery. I'm looking at bringing some of my English paper piecing. But, you know, the thing is, when you run out of papers for paper piecing, it's game over. So, I'm not sure what I want to make room for. I'm pretty sure embroidery is going to make the cut, but then there's the thread. What happens when you run out of thread? So I'm trying to think some things through, because I'm pretty sure they do those kind of things in Africa. I know West Africa is supposed to have beautiful fabric, so I can imagine that they have threads and things like that as well. So
it's just one of those things where you'll have to see.
we just have to wait and see.
There.
Yeah, we just have to wait and see.
Are you going to be filming the classes you're going to be teaching next week? I hope you do. I would love to be able to see the quilt flower show.
Oh no, those classes won't be filmed. People have paid to take those classes, but we will be doing a lot of. We'll do Annie will be doing snippets of filming, and she's going to do Garden of Quilts filming, and you'll see flowers and you'll see beautiful quilts, and she's going to have her camera at the ready the whole time we're there. So you'll get lots of pictures and film snippets of what we're doing and things like that. But the entire classes won't be filmed. But you'll still get a feel for how it is. It's so gorgeous. It is a soul-filling event for me because it's the things I love. It's those beautiful gardens and the beautiful quilts that hang there that you guys make. So I love it. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, there's going to be plenty of social media coverage of Garden of Quilts and also Birthday Bash. So stay updated on our Instagram and our Facebook page, and we'll be posting a lot of that stuff there.
So Instagram for Missouri Star is called
Missouri Quilt Co.
Missouri Quilt Co. And then the YouTube page the Facebook page.
That is the Quilting Deals Missouri Star Quilt Co. page.
Okay, so the Quilting Deals is what'll come up. And then also my Instagram is Jenny MSQC, and you can look up Natalie's. Hers is Natalie D. Doan, and Misty's is
I think Misty Doan.
Yeah. So those are on Instagram, where you can follow us. And then if we have a sister page over in Facebook, it automatically shows up there as well. So mine shows up in my Facebook page. If you get on Instagram and follow us on Instagram, then you'll get to see all the things we post as well, which are always different than the things Annie's posts. Both in a good way.
You're right. There's just many different things to post.
There's lots of different things to see.
Will you still have triple play while you're away on your mission? I have made several of those quilts, working on your neighborhood nights quilt, but doing it with Grinch fabric, so I'll call it
Oh my
Whoville
gosh, that's going to be so
cute. For my sweet grandson.
The Grinch fabric is going to be so quilt in that. Oh, I love that. So we will not have triple play because there will only be 2 of them here. So they're going to call it the dynamic duo, I believe. Double play felt like you were getting one less, like somebody was missing. And we don't think you're going to really feel like you get anything less with the double play, because these 2 girls are so talented. They've already chosen their blocks for the next year, and they're going to be making some cool projects. So, while I won't be contributing to that, they're going to be great.
We're excited to see what they do.
We are so excited to see what they do. And my biggest hope, honestly, as a mother, is that you guys will rally around them and support them and help them to be successful. So I do hope that.
Your kitty is
my
here to
kitty
say
is
hello.
visiting. Yes, my little feral kitty, who will eat my food but not let me pet her. Every once in a while I get a little pet, but She's not super friendly. She's still a scaredy cat.
And this comment says also, do you have a place where we can share pics of finished quilts that we have done from your patterns? And this is a question from YouTube, and so this is a perfect opportunity to say, hey, join us over at MSQC All Stars, because All Stars is a great place to share all of your pictures. Or
Also,
you can share.
Don't we have that MSQC show and tell?
We do. That's, yep, that hashtag. If you hashtag MSQC show and tell, that is also a great way to share pictures of quilts and projects that you've made.
And
so,
that's not a page.
it's not a
though.
page.
Oh, okay.
It's just a hashtag.
Oh, okay.
But then we're able to look through those hashtags, and sometimes we'll reshare them, especially on the weekend.
Right.
But then it's a fun way for other people. You can look through. You can click on the hashtag and see all the posts.
Yeah,
that are
and of course
hashtagged.
Tuesday Newsday is on MSQC All Stars.
Yep.
But
And-
it also goes to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that you share there will, transfer over as well. So
Yeah.
So those are your options. I think that's really fun. Those are pages. I'm amazed at the creativity, honestly. One of my goals in quilting was to help you see the pattern and be able to do the pattern, but then make it your own. You are the boss of your quilt. You are the boss of that. So make it your own, and it's so fun to see that. That's one of the most fun things with the Jenny box as well. When we put out the little sweater template, oh my gosh, we made trees and quilts and all kinds of projects from there. And you guys, I just hope so much you're going to love the Jenny box this year. The project in it is also going to be very fun, and you're going to love it. And Ron and I just filmed those videos for the Jenny box, and we had a lot of fun filming those. So we hope you're entertained and enjoy them. If you get the Jenny box, don't forget to watch the videos.
One last comment, and this says, I ran into a family who had a picnic quilt that was backed with a vinyl tablecloth.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of, a genius idea.
It is kind of a genius idea. If you quilt that on your home machine,
Right.
you just have to be aware that the vinyl is going to stick. So they have it, they sell silicone sheets that you can put down that help that to go smoother. But that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have, honestly, there are several, lots of tablecloths that are not even vinyl back that you could use. Just use the tablecloth as your pattern.
Yeah.
What a grand idea.
Yeah.
Even a vintage one.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be so cute if you
Yeah.
found a cool vintage one at an antique store or something like that, and then you
Yeah.
could just make cool vintage blocks for the other side? Boy, so many ideas out there. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. Well, we've had a wonderful day with you. Our weather is delightful. It's an enjoyable day. We hope you have an enjoyable day as well, and we will see you next week. Hopefully we'll be doing this at the Garden of Quilts, so we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.